Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to pop on today to talk a little bit about the topic of fight, flight and freeze responses. And that's when we may find ourselves in situations where something could trigger us and it will bring back a past traumatic memory. It could be a situation that we feel scared by, one that's we're anticipating and expecting something to happen which is going to cause us pain and distress. And I just wanted to share with you something that happened to me this week around this, because I'm hoping it might help some of you out there who may be struggling with this. So just a quick recap. 10 years ago I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain condition. It's a label I've never accepted. I do not believe I cannot get well. I feel I'm well on my journey to wellness now, starting with my dental surgery next week. And this is the start for me. So I'm doing a lot of work myself with movement and hydration and supplements and trying to lower my stress levels. So the supplements are sort of supporting my immune system and preparing me for the dental surgery so that it enhances my recovery after the work that's got to be done. So last year, I'm just going backwards now, but last year I was hit with acute sciatica back in March, and I couldn't access any hands-on therapy for that. So I literally had to take this into my own hands with the amazing support of my dear friend in the States, who joined us regularly on video links to guide my family in how to work on my body to relieve the pain that I was in. It was a really mega part of my journey, which deserves a whole YouTube in itself, and I will do that at some point in the future. But part of that process was my sensitivity to temperature and pain. And what I did, I was using for the sciatica alternating ice packs and heat. And then one day I went to the sea, which is normally quite painful for me to put my feet in. And anyway, I did it. I thought, well, this is free therapy. Let's put my feet in. So I did that. And then that led me to alternating the water temperature in my shower. And I would just direct it at my feet. So I'd have it on number 9 heat, and I could probably only go down to a 7. Just even one dial down felt really extreme difference to me. And on number 9, the rest of my family say it is really hot and they can't tolerate it. So there's definitely some sort of body reaction going on with the temperature regulation, the pain receptors. I don't know, I'm not medically trained, but it is a real issue for me. Anyway, I did a video, I don't know whether it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, where I managed to get into the sea up to my thighs, and that was a huge achievement for me, and I tolerated it. So that was really great, and I'm thinking, this is a sign things are changing and it's progress. Anyway, this week I was having a bit of a bad time actually. I'm getting quite a lot of anxiety around the dental surgery coming up, and I haven't been in a very good place at all over that. And again, it's past memories. It's not so much about the teeth, it's the triggers. And I stood in the shower and I just shut my eyes as I turned the shower, and I shut my eyes, and the water was hitting me here. And I just shut my eyes and I thought, I'm just so scared of this dental work. And anyway, all these thoughts were going through my mind. And as I stood there, I held on to the dial. And I just started turning it gradually with my eyes shut. And I noticed how the temperature, first of all, it felt really cold, but after a few seconds it heated up. So that cold reaction didn't stay. And the first time I did it, as I turned the dial, I thought, this is interesting. So I launched into this experiment, as I do, analysing everything. And I just stood there with my eyes shut and gradually just turned the dial, turned it and turned it and turned it. And the same thing happened. It went cold and then felt warm again. And then when it reached a level where I'm thinking, oh God, I cannot tolerate this anymore. This is staying cold, and this is too much. I opened my eyes and looked at the dial, and I'm afraid my memory isn't very good, but I think I got down to a 1 or a 2 off the complete cold setting, and I thought, wow, this is interesting. So I wrote about it afterwards because it felt very significant in that how we have expectations of things that we think are going to harm us, and how that sends us into a trauma response. So I'm thinking, right, okay, so the next time I did it and I was looking at the dial the next day, it wasn't like it had just been. So I'm thinking, okay, so as I'm looking at that dial and moving it, I have an expectation of how that is going to feel to my body, which makes my body get ready for this coldness. But when I couldn't see the dial, my body tolerated it really well. So I'm hoping you're getting the message in this, because I find it a bit hard to explain. And I suppose the big thing for me is it a case of often what we anticipate is going to harm us and distress us may not actually be as bad as what we think it's going to be. And then the question is, how can we get in that mindset so that we can go through our day doing that, to regulate our nervous system. So I find it quite fascinating, and I say I'm doing other things. I'm doing regular counselling sessions. I'm having acupuncture as well, which I do some somatic work within that, and the two are working really well. But I'm really feeling my body is changing in how it responds to things, even emotionally, mentally, upsetting things where I would normally blow a fuse and I would hold on to it for so long, and it would eat me away. That's only I can describe it, and it would fester and go on and on and on. Where now, somebody might say something or do something that is really upsetting to me, and I really feel the pain and the hurt from that. But it doesn't take me as long now to think, okay, we've done that, I've felt it, now it's time to let it go. Because otherwise we're going to spend all our lives just constantly chewing over and reflecting and reliving hurtful memories. And I think a lot of us, we have a timeline where we've all got stories, we've all had things happen to us, just different things. Everybody's experience is unique to them. And I think we all have a timeline of traumas, things that have upset us or angered us or actually changed us as a person, whether it's, I don't know, an illness, a divorce, a breakup in a relationship, losing a job, a bereavement. There's so many things. And gradually they mount up as life goes by, don't they? Until it gets to a point where your body has just had enough. And I suppose that's where I reached in 2019 when the anxiety attacks started. A trauma at that time, I think, triggered off everything and brought it all up to the surface and totally overwhelmed my body, to a point I was losing my eyesight. I was losing the use of my legs. I don't know how many times in a week we'd get an ambulance out for me. I couldn't breathe. I was convulsing on the floor. My throat just would not work. I think it was about 6 weeks. I couldn't eat anything but liquidized porridge through a straw. My throat just wouldn't work. It was like I had no throat. And I remember one occasion I thought, I need to get some fruit or something in me, and I tried to liquidize some blueberries, and even the pips in the blueberries, my throat, it was like I got a golf ball in my throat. And I have to honestly say, with my health, that is the scariest place I have ever found myself in, and I never want to revisit that. But for the last 2 years, that's what I'm working on. I haven't been actively working, doing my healing and stuff, because I've turned into my project for 2 years, and I've had to look at so many aspects of me. And it's a gradual process. There is no quick fix to these things. And one thing's for sure, nobody can do this for us. We have to take responsibility and do it ourselves. And I do get frustrated when people think, when chronically ill people are scrambling around trying to get help from outside to support them, they can be labelled as being lazy, that they just want it handed to them on a plate and they don't want to do the work. And so I do get very frustrated by that, because when you're in those early stages where you're in so much pain, your brain won't work and you're scared, I personally feel you need somebody there to support you and hold your hand through those early bits, walk alongside you, support you, and then as you gradually become stronger, you're then ready to fly and do it yourself. So for me, I've gone through quite a lot of therapies over the last 10 years, and I've learned a lot going through the process, so it wasn't a waste of time, and it's helped me learn different things. And now I'm at a place where I feel I know exactly what I need. I've got a very small nucleus of people professionally supporting me. I've got some amazing good friends who are supporting me, who I can talk to about anything I need to talk about, and bounce things off, and they may not be with me physically, but just knowing that somebody is there that you can talk to is priceless. It doesn't need to cost thousands of pounds. It's been said that, energy workers like myself, people question why we go down some more conventional healthcare routes. I do believe there is a lot we can do ourselves, but there are times that we do need physical intervention, such as surgery. So some things we can't do. So it's acknowledging that, accepting it, and taking the best of everything, so you've got a really good balance. And at the end of the day, as I say, we're all different. We've all got different needs. We can all say, oh, I've got trauma, or I'm depressed, or I've got anxiety. But everybody's experience is different, and we all need different things because we're all individuals. And I feel I've found what I need now, which is an awesome place to be. And my dental work starts next week, and the end of the month is my second surgery, which is the one that's causing me the anxiety. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to face it head on. I know the people I've got around me to support me, and that will make it a lot easier for me, knowing there's people there for me, whether it's just to give me a hug or a video chat or whatever. the people in my life who've done all the dental work and come out of the other side, the people that are currently in the same place as me. It's just a really beautiful community of people that I've got around me, and I'm just so grateful. So I think that's it. I've waffled on a bit there, so sorry. Yeah, so I just wish you all well, whatever's happening with you. And if ever you want to run anything by me at any time, just send me a message on Facebook, or my email's on my website, which is www.tamaya.co.uk. I'm still accepting donations towards my dental surgery. I've had to draw on emergency funds because this needed to be done. It just couldn't wait any longer. So anything at all that you could donate towards this surgery is really, really appreciated. I'll put the link in the YouTube description when I post this up, or you can email me, and I've got a fundraising bank account set up, so everything is transparent. If you wanted to transfer a donation into there, that would also be awesome. So you take care, everybody, and stay focused. We've got this. Bye.